Hello, I'm Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin, and you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to our interview with the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Very tired, but how are you?
I am awesome. I first have to just say happy birthday, and thank you for joining us on this lovely day.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So we are here in Toronto, where you will soon be facing Cody at War of the World. So how are you feeling about tonight in the match?
Oh, I'm feeling really good. So every time me and Cody get in the ring, it's always a pleasure. First of all, I'm a big admirer of his work, and I love wrestling him. I think it's I'm very blessed when I get in the ring with anybody, but like a guy like himself, the son to the American dream, and I'm sure we're going to create some magic tonight. So I'm very, very excited.
Do you still get nerves when you go into the ring, whether facing someone that you faced many times? That face kind of says it all.
Yeah, I'm always like a nervous person. Like I don't know what it is. It's the moment I hear my music, I just turn into some crazy guy. I don't know.
So it's the music that makes the nerves dissolve, I guess?
I guess so. And the crowd always, when they get behind me and they start singing my name, and that just makes me just go, right, now I've got to do something really crazy. Like, so, yeah, I mean, it's music and crowd.
You recently posted this great video which had you talking about some things that irk you that fans do. It was mainly things not to do at a wrestling card. And it was really well done. I loved the video. You don't remember? Yeah, come on. Like, it was great.
God.
You can't forget
that.
that.
Oh, the New Japan one. I was like, what?
That was so much fun to watch.
I was like, I did? With Rocky and Trent, yeah.
Yeah, you're giving some amazing tips. So for you, though, there were a few on that list, but what irks you the most? What is the biggest don't do at a gig or at a match?
I'll just cross the barriers. I don't like people that try and jump in the ring, or like just, I don't know, people that try and make the show about themselves, and like they just, for some strange reason, people will just shout out such random stuff during a match that like has nothing to do with what is going on in the ring, and some people try and beat a dead horse, but like, other than that, I never have any problems with fans. Like, I love them. Like, we always have like such good banter, especially like if they're booing me. I always like give a little savage remark back to them. So, I've never really had like problems with fans. If I do, I handle it in a way where I can just laugh about it to myself.
I was speaking with a mutual friend of ours this morning. I mentioned to him that I'm going to be sitting down with Will, and I was asking him if he had any questions. So I'm going to ask his question to you, all right?
Okay.
The person was Jimmy Havoc.
Oh, no.
And he wanted to ask, how much do you enjoy dancing with me in nightclubs?
I hate him so much. Now I feel like I've got to tell this story.
You do. He said there's a story and it's really good and it must be told.
So Jimmy was like down for anyone that's like, Jimmy's like one of my best friends. I love him to bits, like, but in the ring I hate him. But I also hate him outside the ring as well. I hate Jimmy, but he loves me. That's our relationship. But he was really down about stuff, and I was just like, right, that's it. Like, what is it going to take to cheer you up? Like, what is there to do in Nottingham? Like, straight away, like, I've never heard of anything to do in Nottingham. Nothing at all. So I take him out with, believe it or not, Drew Gulak came out with us, and someone completely random, I can't even remember their name. But we go out in Nottingham, and before I was a wrestler, I was a ballroom dancer. And that's legit. I'm a trained ballroom dancer. I love dancing. And a song came on, for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. And he's off moping in the corner somewhere. I'm just dancing, like, all these girls that start dancing around me, so I'm just like, hey, this is cool, like, oh, I'm getting attention from females, yeah. And then this girl came up to me and she was like, oh, where are you from? I was like, I'm from Essex. She went, oh my God, same here. I was just like, oh, cool. And I was just like, do you know what though, like, we could keep talking about ourselves, but like, I've got a friend over there who's like, just like getting over someone, you know, come on, he's right there. And like, everyone who knows me and Jimmy, like, I've strived so hard to get, like, his appreciation and his respect. And as I point over to him, he nods his head at me and goes like that, so, like, offers the high five. And for me, that's my hard work. That's my hard work paid off. And as I, like, lean back, everything's happening in slow motion. As I throw it, he puts his hand down and kicks me square in the nuts. And like in the middle of this dance floor where like all these girls, they're so hot as well. Like they're so beautiful, and I like crumble. And you know, like the ending moment at Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, where he's on his like knees and he goes, "Finish it." But like for me, it was why, and I can't explain this enough. But if you know Jimmy enough, like I go, "Why?" and he goes, drinks his beer and walks off. And then, like, I'm just...
Very Jimmy thing
but,
to
like,
do.
there was just a big circle of people, like... And the girls actually was like, "Are you okay? Why did he do that?" I was like, "I don't know."
What was running through your mind when it all went down? Was it all happening so quickly you couldn't even register it?
What, when I got kicked in the nuts?
Yeah.
I was like, I got kicked in the nuts. Of course, this is going to happen. It's Jimmy.
You have faced some amazing talent. Apparently your dream match would have been to go against Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, that's one. I've always wanted that match, but...
So if there's anybody else that you could face, who would that be?
Could.
Who would you love to go toe-to-toe with?
Kota Ibushi. I need that match. I need my match against Kota Ibushi. I'm desperate for it now.
Why would that be the person?
I think it's because when he left to go do the WWE Cruiserweight Classic and I stepped in, a lot of people like compared us in styles, but we had a match 2016 at WWN's Super Show, and it was me, Tommy End, and Marty Skrull versus Johnny Gargano, TJ Perkins, and Kota Ibushi in like a 6-man tag. And I'm not saying this to blow my own trumpet or anything like that. It was cool. It was really nice, and it was a moment that I got to pay tribute to one of my late friends, Chris Travis. But the moment we tagged in, it was like I tagged in and Ibushi tagged in. There was like 3,000 people just stood up and started just going insane, and we haven't even touched each other yet. So I was just like, this is clearly a match that people are desperate to see. I'm desperate to see it personally. So that's just my dream match. That's everything I've always wanted.
Well, I've always loved your style of wrestling, especially, of course, with the aerial moves. Have you always had such quick instincts?
I don't know. Like, once again, people are like this with me all the time. Like, how long have you been able to do it? I was like, I don't know. I think I came out of the womb and flipped. Do you know what I mean? It's just been something I've always been able to do. I've never had lessons. I had a trampoline in my back garden and a swimming pool ledge, so I just done that for God knows how long.
You've before called your style of wrestling stupidity.
Yes.
Please explain.
It is stupid, isn't it? Like, why would anyone do it? Like, I'm battered, but I just love doing it. I think it's fun. I think... In my mind, like I like my wrestling matches to be like a Spider-Man film. So, if Spider-Man was doing wrist locks for however long, I think I'd get really bored. So just throwing a little quick flip every now and again, say something that pisses them off. Oh, phone went off. And am I allowed to swear?
You are.
Oh,
don't worry.
Fucking yes.
You can sprinkle it in as much as you please.
Fuck yeah! I'm just gonna turn this off because I think that is very rude of me to have my phone on.
You were thinking about some factions the other day, and then you posted a photograph, and it was called Sky Captains, and it looked absolutely amazing. So tell me a little bit about this dream faction.
Me and Rico were just like out and about, just being us, and I had this idea that's popped in my head. I went, man, how cool would it be to have a faction of just all the flyers? Because I feel, and I don't know if it's just me, maybe it is, but I've never really seen like a high-flying faction. And I think that could be something that could easily be looked into and easily be exploited, because I feel like there is such a market for the high flyers, and I think me and Ricochet are the captains of that division because of what we do. But like, I do feel like there's so many underrated high flyers, and it would just make such an interesting style, especially if we were the bad guys, because like every high flyer you meet, and including me to some aspects, but I'm very polite, has got like a bit of a chip on their shoulder. We've got like this thing where we can go toe to toe with anyone and it'd still be a really good match. But I honestly feel like us as a group, especially if I had that core group, to be fair, we'll never be able to do it because Mark's doing WWE, Ricochet's got Lucha Underground, I'm in Japan, that guy's the Indies, someone's TNA. Like, it will never ever happen. But could you imagine if it did?
It's nice to dream about.
Oh, one day, one of these days, it will happen.
And then just wrap everything up, is there anything you want to leave with your fans who will be viewing the interview? Just any parting words?
Thank you very much for the support. It's literally been incredible. The fact that this is the first time I've ever been Canada. It's been a long time coming. I've wanted to come here for ages. So I'm honestly blessed, and thank you so much for just any piece of support, and even if people don't like me, thank you very much because you're giving me attention. Yay!
I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. I
No,
really
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Honestly, it means the world. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. And remember, to everyone viewing, you can visit us at musicblogger.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more. See you next time.
Will Ospreay.